Hot dogs and corn dogs may share the same basic ingredient, but they couldn't be more different. One comes in a soft bun while the other is covered in golden cornmeal batter and fried on a stick. So how did these two American favorites become so popular, and what really separates them? Let's find out right here on History of Simple Things. The story of the hot dog begins long before Americans started putting sausages into buns. Sausages themselves are ancient foods, with different varieties being made across Europe for centuries. German-speaking regions developed several famous sausage styles, including those associated with Frankfurt and Vienna. During the 19th century, German immigrants brought these sausage-making traditions to the United States, where they eventually became part of American street food culture. The exact origin of the modern hot dog is surprisingly difficult to identify. Several people, cities, and vendors have been credited with popularizing the combination of sausage and bun. But regardless of who technically invented it, the idea caught on because it perfectly matched American life. A hot dog was inexpensive, portable, easy to prepare, and didn't require a plate or silverware. You could eat one while walking through a park, watching a baseball game, or standing at a street cart. Over time, the hot dog became more than just a sausage and bread. It became part of American culture. Baseball games, backyard barbecues, roadside stands, diners, and summer cookouts all helped establish the hot dog as one of the country's most recognizable foods. At its simplest, a hot dog consists of a cooked sausage served inside a sliced bun. The sausage is usually made from finely ground meat, commonly beef, pork, or a combination of the two, although chicken, turkey, and plant-based versions are also widely available. One important characteristic of a typical hot dog is its smooth texture. The meat is finely ground and blended with other ingredients, creating an emulsified mixture rather than the coarse texture you might find in some traditional sausages. The mixture is seasoned, stuffed into casings, and cooked before it reaches the consumer. That means preparing one at home can be incredibly simple. Heat the sausage, warm the bun, add your favorite toppings, and you're finished. And that's another reason the hot dog became so successful. There's almost no barrier between wanting one and actually eating one. The corn dog takes the basic sausage idea and turns it into something completely different. Instead of placing the sausage inside a bun, the sausage is mounted on a stick and covered with a thick batter. That batter is traditionally made with cornmeal, along with ingredients such as flour, eggs, milk, and seasonings. Once coated, the sausage is lowered into hot oil. The batter quickly cooks around the sausage, creating a crisp, golden exterior. Inside, the sausage remains soft and savory, while the coating adds crunch, sweetness, and a distinctly fried flavor. And then there's the stick. It might seem like a simple gimmick, but it serves a practical purpose. It allows the corn dog to be eaten without utensils while keeping your hands away from the hot, freshly fried coating. At the same time, it gives the food its unmistakable identity. The biggest difference between a hot dog and a corn dog isn't actually the sausage. It's everything surrounding it. A traditional hot dog depends heavily on its bun and toppings. Mustard, ketchup, relish, onions, chili, cheese, and countless other additions can completely change the final product. A corn dog gets much of its character from the batter itself. The cornmeal coating provides flavor and texture before you even add a condiment. That's why the eating experience is so different. A hot dog is generally soft from the sausage to the bun. A corn dog gives you a crisp outer layer, followed by the softer batter, and finally the sausage in the center. It's essentially the difference between a sausage sandwich and a sausage surrounded by fried batter. The bun might seem like a supporting character, but it's actually an important part of what makes a hot dog a hot dog. A good bun provides a soft structure that holds the sausage and toppings together without overwhelming their flavors. Different regions have also developed their own approaches to the hot dog. Some are relatively simple, while others are piled high with specific combinations of toppings. Chicago-style hot dogs, for example, have become famous for their distinctive collection of toppings, while other cities have developed completely different versions. The corn dog doesn't have quite the same relationship with toppings. Its fried coating already provides much of the flavor and texture. You can dip it into mustard, ketchup, cheese sauce, or other condiments, but the corn dog doesn't need a complicated collection of toppings to feel complete. Part of the appeal of both foods comes down to convenience. They're handheld, portable, and easy to eat without utensils. But the corn dog has another advantage. It's fun. There's something about food on a stick that makes it feel different from an ordinary meal. Corn dogs are strongly associated with county fairs, carnivals, amusement parks, festivals, and other events. For many people, eating one brings back memories of childhood, summer outings, or trips to the fair. The hot dog, meanwhile, is much more of an everyday food. You don't need a special event to enjoy one. You can make it at home in a few minutes, grab one at a ballpark, or throw several on a grill during a backyard barbecue. In that sense, they occupy slightly different places in American food culture. The hot dog is the dependable classic, while the corn dog feels more like an event. So which one wins? If you want simplicity, customization, and something you can enjoy practically anywhere, the hot dog is difficult to beat. It's fast, familiar, and incredibly adaptable. You can keep it simple with mustard or completely transform it with a mountain of toppings. But if you want crunch, sweetness, fried flavor, and that unmistakable fairground experience, the corn dog has the advantage. Its crispy coating turns an ordinary sausage into something that feels like a completely different food. And perhaps that's why comparing them isn't entirely fair. They're really two different solutions to the same delicious problem. How do you turn a humble sausage into something people want to eat again and again? In the end, there may not be a universal winner. If you want convenience and variety, grab a hot dog. If you want something crispy, indulgent, and nostalgic, grab a corn dog. And if you're lucky enough to have both available, there's really no reason you can't have one of each. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.